Inclusion is about to being yourself. The best position is the more we can be of ourselves, the more we can bring any kind of situation. Inclusion is about great freedom from fear and anxiety. Our unconscious biases can be running these fear programs in us. They can be generating anxieties. We may not even know why it is important to be able to understand why there are and how we can work with them for ourselves and others. And of course, it's about feeling we belong. So inclusion is feeling, and part of that is actually understanding we actually feel we belong, and the biases can actually make us feel excluded. And inclusion is about something that happens every day. And of course, we are running these programs in our heads every single second of every single minute of every day. It's just an event. So inclusion is about what we do every day, all the time. And it's about understanding different perspectives and sharing with all the different perspectives can change our perspective on difference, other people. And inclusion is about changing mindsets, understanding our own unconscious biases. That means that we are changing our mindsets, being to understand how these operate in others. It means that we are leading, we're changing other people's mindsets. Of course, inclusion is about engaging everyone. It's about all of us. Looking back, the history of education has shown that exclusionary practices were prevalent in the past. Students with disabilities were often segregated from mainstream classrooms, depriving them of the opportunities to learn alongside their peers. However, over the years, attitudes toward education have evolved, and more inclusive approaches have emerged. Today, schools are implementing strategies to cater to students' diverse needs, regardless of their abilities or backgrounds. This approach not only benefits students with disabilities, but also enhances the educational experience for all the students. By creating an inclusive atmosphere, we foster a sense of belonging, empathy, and understanding among students. Nowadays, talking about inclusion is also talking about sensitive topics like diversity. But why is a sensitive topic? Well, because a lot of people are against and others agree. Because in almost all the schools right now around the world are teaching about diversity, talking about sexuality. I'm teaching about all the types of genders that they assume there are, and all the types of genders that young people and children have the opportunity to choose. Because today, people or the majority of people think about we are not only women and men. Today, people talking about a lot of genders from their own perspectives, and that is that LGBT community says, because today more than women's and men's, you can be gay, you can be homosexual, you can be transsexual, you can be bisexual, you can be, I don't know, a lot of genders, crazy genders, people that in love in nature, people that prefers to change their sexuality to another and be transsexual, people to pretend to be another crazy type of gender. And talking about this topic is something about perspective, about what you believe, what you think, because all of us, all the humanity have the opportunity to choose what can be to believe. If you believe in God, if you believe or not, it's your choice. Inclusion in education has both advantages and disadvantages. On one hand, it fosters a sense of community and equal among students, allowing them to learn and grow together. It creates an environment where diversity is celebrated, and students can develop empathy and understanding for individuals with different abilities. Inclusive education also helps improve academic outcomes by tailoring teaching methods to diverse learning styles. However, there are challenges as well. Some are that inclusion might not cater to the specific needs of students with disabilities, potentially hindering their education progress. Teachers might struggle to manage classrooms with varying abilities, which could lead to a less effective learning experience for all the students. Additionally, the lack of specialized support and resources could impact the quality of education for those who require more individualized attention. In this specific point, I want to emphasize the idea that teachers are really prepared. The teachers really has the resources, the experience, the training to have all the types of children, of the types of teenagers together in the same classroom? For me, I believe that no, because some disabilities need to more attention, need to be more patient from the teacher, need to be more time. They need a special support and attention, especially place to learn without interruptions, without a lot of noise and many things. But at the end, inclusion in education offers the advantage of promoting diversity and empathy among students, while also fostering academic growth. It can present challenges related to meeting individual needs and making effective classroom management. The key lies in finding a balance that ensures all the students receive a quality education while respecting their unique ability and requirements. Have you seen all the children that has disabilities has a regular schedules, and how you see they need a lot of time, a lot of attention to be and to develop that schedule. Teacher need to be focused to preparing the time, to preparing the classes, to preparing all the activities that they do every day, because they need to different types of activities to development inside the classroom. Absolutely that I agree with all the children and teenagers and people have the right to be in a classroom, to have the opportunity to study. to have the opportunity to go every day like a normal children, a normal teenager, a normal person. But I also believe that they need a better place for them, with a lot of attention, with a lot of time by the teachers, with a lot of training, with every single disability. It's not about only disabilities like we see, it's all about perspective, different minds, different feelings, and different capacities to develop and to grow in the same world. In some cases, these students can't talk, are blind, can't walk, can't eat by themselves. So we need to think, it's a really good idea to one teacher teach all of the students and also students with disabilities in the same classroom. So in conclusion, with the topic of inclusion, I believe that it's something really good because it has come to change many paradigms. It has come to change our mentalities, and it has come to show you that we all the same opportunities and abilities, and only that there are some who need to be in a better condition, in a better environment, with more attention, with a better teacher better training according with their own abilities. But it's something that we are improving in our country, and we are learning about it. So that's my presentation.